Execution for car dealers. All those dealers that were set for closure by the second half of the year, well, right now, they're starting to look like maybe they won't be closed. That's because threats by Congress to force General Motors and Chrysler to rethink may have them actually rethinking a different strategy. I'll have Jim Anderer, a former Chrysler dealer who's recently shifted to Mitsubishi, explain why this is all a dog and pony show. What I was trying to say there is, these guys, General Motors, Chrysler, they were scheduled to let go of a lot of dealers. I mean, literally thousands of dealers.
Over 3,000.
But Congress is really saying, listen, no, we don't want this to happen, or at least they're hinting that they're going to take action. So now this is a move to supersede the move by Congress?
Well, right. We have been lobbying in Congress ever since these terminations took place with a lot of success. I mean, we're through the House, and we have, I believe it's up to 48 senators in our corner, all right? But it's very difficult. The Obama administration has already said he's against it. Okay, so
he's against what?
He's against reinstating the dealers on any level. Okay, why he takes that position is beyond me. He's down there with a jobs summit right now. Reinstate the dealers, although now it's getting a little too late, but reinstate the dealers. Over 170,000 workers go back to work almost immediately. Every day that clicks past, though, more dealers lose their building, Jim, they lose their working capital.
Jim, could one of the arguments be, though, listen, you've got 10% unemployment. There's just no need for that many dealers to cannibalize.
But that's not true. We're small businessmen. We are the engine of this country. We hire and we create. Okay, we don't ask the government for money. We're independent. We stand on our own. We are a profit center for the manufacturer. We create jobs, not just in our dealerships, but with our vendors. Okay? So this is kind of like a sham. This whole thing that they came out with is a complete and total sham.
So was it politically motivated?
Absolutely, it's politically motivated. We're creating tremendous pressure on the manufacturers now. Okay? There's that big lie out there that the dealers cost them money. The rejected dealers never cost them a dime. They're losing somewhere between 13 and 15% of their revenue. Why would you possibly do that in hard times? It's wrong. It's just totally wrong, and they finally realize it with all the pressure from Congress. I have a lawsuit that's coming out that's going to be huge.
You have a lawsuit.
I have a huge lawsuit. I have attorneys. We retained attorneys that are just state-of-the-art, world-class guys.
And is this class action? Are you going to have a lot of...
It's called a mass action because, you know, it's not tens of thousands, it's hundreds.
Let's talk about the moves then. Do you think that this is some sort of an olive branch, or what do you think General Motors and Chrysler are going to do?
These guys
reinstate a few of them, or just talk about it until the time elapses?
They talk about it. You know, the general public doesn't understand the intricacies of this. They just hear, hey, the dealers have an opportunity to go back in business. Great. The reality of it is, it's a wolf in sheep's clothing. It's a process that nobody can pass. All right? An example is myself. I'm a standalone Jeep dealer, one of the best in the nation. They terminated me. The only way you can reapply is for what's called a Genesis store, which is Chrysler, Dodge, and Jeep. There's a guy down the street 3 miles from me. Okay, he is a Chrysler, Dodge store. So how can I possibly apply? Then they say, well, no, you have a second choice. You can apply for a dealer in another market area. Well, you know, I'm not moving to Utah. All right? It's absurd, it's ridiculous, and it's just a sham.
Total, complete sham.
It's a total, complete sham. It's absurd. It's insane. But the pressure that we are exerting, I mean, they've heard about my lawsuit. This lawsuit is unbelievable. We're trying to reopen the bankruptcy court. We found Judge Gonzalez in a lot of moves. In a lot of moves. I'm telling you, this is going to happen. It's called a 60B, and you watch. It's going to happen.
Well, listen, I've been watching you for over a year now, and I know you're a fighter. So.
And we're also taking up, let me just say this, we're also suing on the grounds that the administration used TARP funds illegally. All right?
Okay. You'll be back to talk about that because that sounds juicy. Thanks a lot, Jim. Have a good weekend no matter what. Okay.
Thanks very much, Sean.
Bad loans put the entire financial system on the brink of collapse. But did the president just call on...